Good morning, everyone. Today, let's discuss about the types, characteristics, and identification of learners with difficulty remembering and focusing. Meron tayong dalawang disability in pertains to this case. These are the learning disabilities and the ADHD, or it stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. Ano nga ba ang learning disabilities? Well, learning disabilities are what make academics particularly challenging for learners even if they are provided with accurate and appropriate instructions. And despite having generally average level of intelligence. Ibig sabihin nun, kahit na nasa average lang naman yung intelligence ng isang bata, nahihirapan pa rin siyang makapick up sa kung ano yung dinidiscuss at ano yung mga instruction na binibigay nung teacher. And there are various ways in which these two disabilities are defined and discussed. Kung saan, yung mga teacher ay magkakaroon din sila ng idea or magkakaroon sila ng assessment tools para malaman kung yung estudyante bang ito, estudyante A or estudyante B, ay merong learning disability. Gets? Learning disabilities are given different definitions. So, ano bang mga organization ang nagbigay ng definition nila about learning disability? First one is the Individuals with Disability Education Act or IDEA. One or more of the basic psychological process involved in understanding or using language, whether spoken, written, that may manifest in terms of imperfect ability to listen, speak, read, write, spell, or to perform mathematical calculations. Ayon sa IDEA, learning disability is the basic psychological process na involves in understanding and pick upping the knowledge and performing it. But yung merong learning disability ay nahihirapan sila na magsulat, magbasa, mag-spelling, at makapag-perform ng mathematical calculation. Ibig sabihin, yung 3 R's nila ay hindi nila na perform ng tama, which is ang 3 R's ay reading, writing, at arithmetic. And it includes, ito yung sinasabi natin na perceptual disabilities, brain injury, minimal brain dysfunction, dyslexia, at marami pang iba. Psychological disorder or psychological process in the learning disability does not involve visual impairment, hearing impairment, motor disabilities, and so on. There are 3 criteria involved in learning disabilities based on IDEA. First one is yung severe discrepancy between one's intellectual ability and academic achievement. Yung gap between intellectual ability mo dapat tapos yung academic achievement mo ay masyadong hindi sila magka-level. Next one is the learner's difficulty are not the result of another known condition that can cause learning problems. Yung sinabi natin kanina na ang learning disability daw sa psychological process ayon sa IDEA ay nag-i-include ng perceptual disabilities and so on. Hindi visual, hindi hearing, hindi motor disabilities. Hindi siya halimbawa kapag merong visual impairment or hearing impairment yung bata, hindi iyon yung dahilan kung bakit nagkakaroon ng learning disability pagdating dito sa component na to. Pero pwede rin naman na pwedeng maging cause yun. Pero iba yung meron lang din siyang ibang tawag para sa ganitong klase ng mga disorder. Next one is there is a need for special educational services. Ibig sabihin, dapat merong remedial or dapat magkakaroon ng additional services, additional hours para matuto sila at maturuan pa sila ng maayos at tama. Gets? And the next is National Joint Commission on Learning Disability or NJCLD. General term referring to a heterogeneous group of disability manifested by significant difficulties in acquiring and using literacy and numeracy. Highlight natin yung word na heterogeneous group of disabilities. Ibig sabihin, hindi lang siya iisa, hindi lang siya dadalawa, kundi marami sila na group of disabilities. At iyon ay parang wala lang din siyang pinagkaiba pagdating sa idea. Nahihirapan sila pagdating sa spelling, sa writing, sa reading, at sa mathematical expression or calculation. Ano nga ba yung pinaka-main cause daw nito? Ayon sa NJCLD, it is caused by dysfunction in the central nervous system. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya sa panlabas, hindi siya sa panlabas na impairment, kundi sa loob ng katawan natin. And the next one is the APA or what we call the American Psychiatric Association. Well, binigyan nila ng definition yun sa pamamagitan ng clinical diagnostic settings. And imbis na learning disability ang tawag nila, ay tinatawag nila yun na learning disorder. Bakit learning disorder? Because it is a neurodevelopmental disorder that hinders one from learning academic skills. Gets? Ayun po, dumako naman tayo sa characteristics and types of learning disabilities. So, sa characteristics, ano ang tawag sa condition ng isang bata kapag nahihirapan siyang magbasa? Ang tawag dun ay dyslexia. Dyslexia pertains to difficulties with accurate recognition by poor spelling and decoding abilities. Nahihirapan siyang magbasa. Next is the written language deficit. What do you mean by written language deficit? It simply means that learners' ability in terms of mechanics in writing is way below that is expected at their age. Ibig sabihin, yung bata kapag marunong na siya dapat magsulat sa ganitong taon. Tapos, dapat niya isusulat niya at the age of 5, isusulat niya na yung pangalan niya. But at the age of 5, hindi niya pa na isusulat yung pangalan niya. A, B, C, D, tas bakada. Bakada pa lang yun na isusulat niya. Ibig sabihin, meron siyang written language deficit. Hindi nagmamatch yung dapat niyang makaya, dapat niyang magawa, dapat niyang maisulat at that age. Written language deficit. And next is math underachievement. Hindi naman na ata natin kailangan ng definition para malaman kung anong ibig sabihin yan. Math underachievement, ibig sabihin, mahina siya pagdating sa math. And then, poor social skills. Characteristic pala yun ng may learning disorder or disability. Poor social skills is ito yung interpersonal problem. Nahihirapan siya na makipag-communicate sa iba. Yung nagiging antisocial siya na klase ng bata o ng learner. And then, kapag nagiging antisocial siya, nagiging lonely siya. Tapos, ito na yung sinasabi natin na attention deficit hyperactivity disorder or ADHD. Kadalasan, nagkakaroon tayo ng ganyan na situation sa buhay natin. Yung hindi tayo makapag-pay attention sa isang bagay. Diba, pag pumunta ka ng miltihan, tapos ang dami mong pwedeng flavor na i-order. Nahihirapan kang magdesisyon kung ano ba yung gusto mong piliin. Dahil sa dami ng pagpipilian. And then, overly active ka. Next is behavior problems. Incidences of behavioral problems among those learning disability are higher than usual. So, ano ba yung mga behavioral problems ng mga learners na naghihirap or merong learning disability or disorder? Sila yung mahilig mag-smoke, makipag-inuman, mag-drugs, mag-marijuana. Sila yung may mga bisyo at lalong-lalo na may mga aggressive behavior yung napupunta sa juvenile, mga delinquents na bata. And then low self-esteem or self-efficacy. Ito yung dinadown nila masyado yung sarili nila. Wala silang tiwala sa sarili nila. And next up, identifications and assessment of learners with disability. Ito yung mga tool or assessment tool kung paano mo malalaman na merong learning disability or learning disorder yung isang bata. intelligence and achievement test. Ito yung standard IQ test and individualized achievement test. Basic skills, reading achievement, and RT or math. Dito sa intelligence and achievement test, dito tinetest yung mga basic skills ng bata. Kung alam niya na ba magbasa, magsulat, alam niya yung mga grammar, kung alam niya mag-perform ng basic mathematical calculations. Sa criterion reference naman, ito yung meron silang nilalagay na certain criteria or standard doon sa test na kung paano nila sukatin yung kakayahan ng isang bata. Curriculum-based measurements. It is the progress monitoring. Monitor nila yung progress. And the next is measuring the growth of students' proficiency in core skills that pwedeng makapag-contribute sa success ng school. Halimbawa, yung journalism. Tapos, magaling yung ganito-ganito na bata sa ganyan. Ngayon, nilaban siya sa regionals. Sa locals, ay nanalo siya. Magdadala yun ng magandang reputation sa school. Ay formative assessment. Pag sinabi nating formative assessment, maliban sa definition o sa sinasabi nilang it is recorded but not graded, ito yung tinetest mo kung ano ba yung alam, yung dati ng alam ng estudyante bago mo siya tuturuan ng iba pang or new knowledge. And that's it, class. Thank you for listening.